Welcome to the Cold-Blooded Truth.
Ooh, cold-blooded, that's cold.
Yo, what is the deal, y'all? It's your boy Cold-Blooded, live from I Am Studios. Tune in for another segment of the Cold-Blooded Truth podcast. Appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in. This person right here is on the forefront of Pittsburgh's fashion. Shut up. All right, shut up, Siri. On the forefront of Pittsburgh's fashion scene, doing it the right way, getting the right people to model, pitching his company and many other companies underneath the umbrella in the right way. There's a multifaceted person, a young entrepreneur, someone who I definitely aspire to be like in years to come, you know, with fashion, things like that, having different stores, different entities.
Thank you.
You know, not a lot of people like in our age bracket do that or have that or pulling it off, and you have a team and everything like that. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we got the owner of Illegal Apparel, Frank.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, a little chill. You know, went to the office a little bit, getting some screen printing going for today, and yeah, just always moving.
All right.
You know.
Well, to kick this
How's
off-
everything with you?
Oh, that's good.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? See, people don't ask me that all the time. You know, things are good. It's going
Yeah,
good.
you gotta ask the
Cool.
host. I mean, you're the host, right? You gotta take care of the host too.
Yeah. So just to kick things off, how'd you get your start?
Well, like I started illegal in sophomore year of high school.
Where'd you go to high school at?
Peters Township.
Peters Township, which is, for those who don't know, where's Peters Township?
It's like in the South Hills, like next to Bethel Park in Upper St. Clair.
Okay, so not necessarily like Fayette County, but like...
No. It's like it's a nice school. It's like in the suburbs, so I guess you could say I'm a suburbs kid. But yeah, Peters is cool. It was like I talked to some people from there here and there, but yeah, I started in sophomore year and just started selling T-shirts throughout the high school, and was a caddy at a country club and carried bags all weekend, and then bought shirts on the weekdays and just kept flipping them.
All right,
That's
so
basically how it went.
So you're in high school, and you're saying, "Yo, I'm gonna just print up these shirts." How'd you get them printed?
My dad actually had a friend, and he called me. Gave him my number. The guy called me and told him what I wanted one done, and I got like tank tops and T-shirts on Gildan's, and they were just like, looking back at it, it was like I just got started. But it's funny to see like where our garments have been and where they're at now. So.
How'd you get into the country club thing?
I was 12, and my dad was a golf teacher, I guess you could say, like a golf teacher.
Okay.
And he knew a caddy master, and he was just like,
What's a caddy master?
someone who teaches you how to caddy. And just teaches you golf. And
So caddying.
caddy, you just carry some rich dude's
everything.
bag.
Carry the golf clubs
Yeah.
and the tees and all of
Uh-huh.
that. Set them up.
Yep.
Make sure they're straight.
Clean their clubs. Tell
Clean
them,
clubs.
read their greens if they want to.
What does that mean?
Just like kind of see if it's gonna it's like hard to explain. I'm not the best at it, but my brother's really good at it. But yeah, it's a good job, and I played golf too, so like I kind of knew what it was, so it was easy, and it was great money. But it was like wake up at like 5 a.m., get there.
Ooh, yeah.
It was early, but
People golf all day, don't they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's
for
like
sure.
the longest day you've spent like on the green?
Well, you could wake up and get a round in, do a 3-4 hour round, and then go back out. And I would do that sometimes, or you just double bag, carry 2 bags, and like it's kind of brutal some summer days, but
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Yeah,
sucks.
it's
golf
especially if the
is
guys
still-
suck, and then he's going way right, way left, all this shit. It's just like damn.
So you have to go fetch the balls too?
Not fetch them, but you got to like make sure you look at them. You find where they are, and you got to carry their bag to wherever their ball is. So if they're going this way, and then
Right.
you take a lot more steps than you need to.
What do you do if it gets in like a pond? Just let it go?
Put a new ball on the ground, play.
Okay.
You ever
all
play
right.
golf?
No.
No.
I played mini golf, but never like actual golf. The closest thing I got to actual golf was like, for everyone who went to Penn Hills, we had field day. And field day was the day where like we would leave class and just be having fun the whole day. So they had like, we were on the football field. It was like Penn Hebron days. And they had all these little like rings set up all around the field.
Yeah.
And we played like frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf would be fun. I've never played that, but
Just
frisbee's fun in general. But yeah, so it was a good job to have whenever I was young, because I couldn't get anywhere else. You know, I had to you have to be 16 or 15 usually for jobs like that.
So you're 12 years old using your caddy hustle to fund the shirt hustle. What sparked your interest in doing that? Like, why did you say, hey, I want to make shirts or clothing?
I mean, I feel like it wasn't really. It was more of just like I wanted to have my own thing. You know what I mean? Like, and now even too, it's not really about the clothes. More like about the business. I like just kind of seeing how big I can build something or how far I can go. But like, I mean, I just kind of was like, we had the idea with 4 people. It was my brother was one, and then we had 2 other friends. And they, it was winter time, and they didn't want to do it in the summer. Come summertime, they didn't want to do it, and
I was about to say, judging from how you said that, it seems like they're not there anymore.
Yeah, definitely not there anymore. But yeah, they didn't want to do it, and so I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I think my first shirts cost me like $300. So
how many did you get?
Like 24 of like each design.
Each design?
Yeah, it was.
How
like
many designs you made?
3 different ones. So I started off with around 100 shirts.
Okay.
And they were cheap. There was super cheap shirts.
That's not too bad. It's like
not like cup printing,
$3
no custom tags or anything like that. Like it was a very basic shirt. And yeah, just I don't know if I had a website at the back. I did eventually, but I don't know when I got my website. Can't remember.
So well, you said so you did the caddy thing when you were 12, and you started the shirts thing. You said high school,
14-ish,
right? 14. It's like 14. Okay.
15-ish. Yeah.
So what was the difference between? And when you started out, was it called illegal?
Yeah, it was a legal outerwear.
Outerwear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we wanted to center it around snowboarding and skiing and skateboarding. And
Okay.
like make jackets and stuff. But yeah, outerwear.
All right. So legal outerwear starts. You're 14.
Yeah.
By the time you're like 17, 18?
I think I was 18 when I graduated. Yeah.
All right. So now you're 18. It's senior year. What does the school look like now?
I mean, I didn't go out much in like my senior year. I mean, I still like obviously talk to people, but I wasn't going to college, and it was like a big thing to go to college. Where like
what's the school look like as far as
what do
like
you mean,
your clothing?
Oh, like it's
like were you walking the halls and seeing people like
yeah. It was definitely like picking up for sure. It was I was getting more stuff out to like more like the popular kids, I guess, you know. Like
how would you do it?
Hotter girls and stuff like that. I would just have an Instagram. Or Instagram was like really coming up at that time, and I would just post on Instagram. I'd also wear the stuff like every day, and I would also push the fuck out of it, like be annoying, and just be like
spamming.
Yeah, not like just going up to him, just like always bringing stuff, no matter even if I like had someone like buying something that day, I would just bring extra shit because I would just be like, fuck it, take these kids' money. So. But hey, no, shout out to everybody that did.
Did the staff get involved?
Huh?
Did the staff ever get involved, like teachers or like your gym class instructor?
They just kind of were like whatever.
Yeah,
they didn't really like. No one really thought it was like whatever. Yeah, you know, like another clothing. You know, he's just screen printing T-shirts. But hey, that's how Nike started. That's how Under Armour started.
When it comes to high school's over, and you want to. Are there thoughts to pursue college or?
More of just to make my mom, like, not be on my ass about it. My dad didn't care. He was just like, just don't sit on your ass, basically. And like all my teachers, all the whole guidance counselor thing, like they wanted me to go and like make me come down to the guidance office and like apply for colleges, but I would just go and just sit there for 5 minutes and be like, I'm not doing this. This is stupid as hell. So I just would get up and leave. So I just basically, it was whatever. Not really a thought at all. So maybe freshman year was a thought, but...
Okay, but not beyond that.
Not beyond that, no.
All right, so what did you start doing? Like, you graduate, you know, everybody's celebrating everything. Some people go off to college, some stay home. What's Frank getting into?
Just working, like, nonstop. Yeah, like I picked up a couple jobs. In restaurants and stuff like that, just started busting tables. Just keep reinvesting the money. I started doing a lot more like events and stuff like that, and just really like
events like what?
Like festivals, and like Thrival Festival was a local event we did one year with like Wiz, whenever Wiz and Logic headlined it, and that was like awesome. I think that was like a year.
But like you guys ran Thrival Festival?
No, we didn't run it. We just like I paid a vending spot.
Okay, okay.
And like, yeah, we did it at like Numbers Fest too, up in Ohio. We did Breakaway, and like I just kind of started taking it more seriously because I was like, I gotta fucking, get this money.
So what are some of the things that come with you, like like kind of like what Nipsey was doing, all money in. All the money you make, you're putting right back into what you're doing. What are some of the things that people don't get, that like don't understand or hear about, that comes with doing that?
I mean, you could have all the money in the world like coming in, but I really think it's more about like the work like you're putting in. You know what I mean? Like you're making the money work for it. Like or you're making the money work, and like making that dollar make another dollar, and like so on and so on. And I like, you got to be smart with it, know where you want to put it. Honestly, you like want product and stuff like that. There's like a lot of mistakes that I made, obviously, like coming up and stuff. But
can we get two of them?
Two mistakes. Well, one thing is product, like having it be like 6 months ahead of schedule at all times. Like whatever you want to do now, you have it started and you can drop it in 6 months, and then like. Once that's completely done, you move on to the next collection. You just like being ahead of the game. It's especially with product, is because there's always problems with clothing suppliers. Is huge because like, yeah, then you can keep the momentum going. You know what I mean? Like people are buying it. They're like, it's good to like make them wait for a little bit, but you don't. Too long, you lose interest. I feel like
you don't want to starve them. I feel like that's the same thing with music. For those of y'all that make music and watch this.
I mean, I always like find myself talking to artists about that. Like they're like, "Oh, I gotta wait." I'm like, "Dude, just drop it, just drop it."
Put it out.
But hey, I don't know. I'm not a music artist, so I'll let them speak.
So you would say being prepared. An example would be 6 months ahead. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, and this is what it's gonna look like.
Just do more than you think you should.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, I'll be like, what else should I do? There's always something to do.
Alright, so
always something to do.
What will be the second one?
Second mistake, I don't know. I mean,
that you're able to share.
I mean, I would share anything. I mean, I definitely like have like lost money on orders and stuff like that. Like, just not doing my back end research, you know what I mean? Like placing like an order for Black Friday, I put it out, promote it, get pre-orders, and then boom, I just get like rugged by the fucking suppliers. So, that was a big mistake, but you just gotta take accountability for it, look at it, and move on, and that's it. So that's all I can really think of. I feel like definitely, if I wrote some down, I would think of a lot. But I mean, I make mistakes every day,
So when people start out, let's say I want to start a clothing company, should I buy in bulk and then go with the process that way, or should I like test it in like small increments
and like do a pre-order? We get this like people want to do this all the time because we have Grapevine. Me, Sean, Vindizi, and Fred. We all co-own Grapevine. And
what is Grapevine?
Clothing manufacturer, screen printing, embroidery, graphic design, websites, stickers, basically anything. Like you have a brand, you want to come make clothes, let's make clothes, and it's right up the hill actually from this building. So shout out Grapevine. And I don't know. I mean, I think having inventory, it's like there's two types of people. Like they want to take a risk, they're all in for it. And they're not worried about like we're putting up $1,000 or $1,500 or whatever, because you can get a lot of clothing for $1,500, and then but some people are like, I want to pay for samples and just pre-order, and it's like, yeah, but that's like it's a good idea because you're not having any overhead, but at the end of the day, like if you have a bulk collection and you do a release online, you can send it out the next day. If you do pre-order, you have to wait a month until your customers get it, and then like you deal with I don't know, all this customer service stuff, and then they know you're pre-ordering it. And I think plus you can go to events with the bulk collection and stuff like that, and might be like, I got to get rid of this inventory,
right?
you know, it might give you more of like, it might be a mental thing. Like you're looking at, because like I know I would like turn around in my basement and be like, holy shit, I got a lot of inventory. I gotta get rid of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then you see it disappearing from the shelf, and you're like, oh, all right, I'm selling it. So that's, I guess, the more optimistic way and maybe delusional way to look at it, but I think it's a mental thing too. Put the responsibility on yourself. You know, you got to go for it.
Mm-hmm. So how'd the name come to be? Like, how'd you go from illegal outerwear to just illegal?
Well, illegal outerwear, then illegal apparel, and then now illegal, just illegal. And it kind of just, I don't know, this dude who made my stickers said drop the apparel. And I was like, oh, okay.
That was it?
Yeah. His name's Tom. Tom, I don't know, I think his last name's Tom Vignetta. I think that's how you pronounce it, but yeah. Yeah, so like I'll give him credit on that one. Like
Tommy V.
Yeah, Tommy V. So he said, he's like, yo, bro, like I love the logo, but maybe drop the apparel. I think it looks way cleaner. And I was like, all right. So I did it. Yeah, and then I was like, all right, yeah, it does for sure. And plus, it can, you know, it could be applied to anything now, like illegal, anything.
Why did you name it illegal?
I don't know how the name came about. I think it was me and my brother coming up with it, and we were just like, we need something that's like just gonna stand out. And then he was just like, we were just like illegal. And we made the logo, and we were like, wait, that's actually sick.
So you just said we're just gonna do illegal, and you just stick with it.
Yeah, we just stuck with the name.
Like there was no like there was no like there's no deeper than that. Let's say that.
Not right off the bat, but like further down the line, whenever I started getting like feedback, you know what I mean? It was like, is illegal the best name? And now I have no regrets whatsoever with the name.
Yeah, I would say it's you're doing very well for yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, no, the name definitely, I definitely did question that a couple times, because it was like, is this, you know, because I hear it all the time down in the South Side too. I'll be in the shop and like people will be like, illegal, you know, like, and I'll be like, is that a good, you know, it is though. Like I look at it like, you know, they gotta ask questions about it.
Yeah, I mean, when I used to hear it, I wouldn't question like illegal. Oh, that's a bad word. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got the gist of it. Like, okay, this is closed. Like no lack.
Yeah.
Like that's just the name of it.
Yeah, just the names. There's like a bunch of names that have nothing to do with what it's, you know, what it's selling, but like, you know, people just assume things, and like then they see like, plus we had no clothes in the store either whenever we first opened.
what was in the storefront?
What's that?
What was in the storefront?
Like, dude, there were some times where there was like 6 items on the rack, and I was just like me sitting there behind the counter, and it was just funny. I don't know.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, exactly. It was, you know, you got to go through some shit to get to get the steak. So I mean, yeah, it was like the name. It kind of like took me a little bit, but yeah.
How'd the store come about? All right, how'd the store come about? How old were you when you got your first store? There's more than one store, right?
No, there's a pop-up shop.
Okay.
I did for like 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
And yeah, that was a pop-up shop, and then it went well, made some money from that, and then just dumped it all into the next store. Okay. And was like completely broke after that.
So what was it like getting the actual store, the one that everyone goes to, where the release parties are always at?
The one right now?
Yeah.
That one wasn't as difficult as the pop-up shop for sure. That one, I just kept seeing the building every time I'd walk down Southside. I'd be like, that's the one right there. And then like, it was for lease, I think, and then I kept calling the number. It was like in the middle of getting sold, so like I had to wait till it got transferred to the new owner. Meanwhile, if they just had it as an NFT, they could just do it right away.
What do you mean?
We can.
Right, we can save that for later.
Yeah, we can save that for later because I could get into that like a lot. But yeah, no, they was going through the middle of a transaction, and he gave me the new owner's number, and I like called him. And then one day I was driving by, and like the walls were cleared out, and I was like, oh shit, like someone got it. So I just called the owner, and he was like, no, I'm just moving them out because they like wanted to be, or like, cause he's like, I don't think anybody's gonna need them. So yeah, and then he was like, yeah, come check it out. So showed me it, and then he was just like, "This is the rent now." And then I was like, "Well, the upstairs could be a studio too," because I knew Brocker. Shout out Brocker. I knew Brocker at the time, and he was a producer. And I was like, "Well, we could do a studio upstairs, clothing downstairs," and then that's whenever like AJ and Brocker and I came together and did the upstairs. So yeah, and then me and Carson Kerr renovated the building with my buddy Adam, and opened it up in a week after signing the lease.
Yeah. What was the renovation process like?
It was only a couple things. We had to repaint and do the floors. Redo the floors, painted. Didn't do really anything to the upstairs. We put some flooring in the upstairs, but the upstairs was a shithole for a while. But now Slick's got it looking nice up there for sure. But yeah, the renovation was pretty simple.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't really go all out. Like, I was just like, I want to get this open because I was like, I need to make sales.
So now you're sitting there, you dump all this money into it, it's open, you're sitting there, and there's like 6 pieces in this giant space.
Well, at first we had some inventory.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then it just kind of, winter came and was slow, and we just weren't selling, and you know, the rent was high as hell, and we were just like, you know, just really skipping by for sure.
So how'd you get through that?
Just we had sessions going on. We had we were just like just barely making. And we had the online still too. And like what's good about the winter is like you got to take full advantage of Black Friday and Christmas time. Like you can make enough sales in December to make up for January, because January is always the slow month. That's like people are preparing for taxes.
Everybody spent all their money.
Everybody spent all their money.
Rent
Christmas,
hit
New
at the same
Year's.
time.
They had a big New Year's, and then plus they're like, oh, this New Year's I'm gonna save money, and then you know what I mean. So they chill in January. So yeah, it was just like it wasn't like bad by any means, but it was difficult to like make rent for sure. But we did it.
But luckily you had the studio. When you got the space, you really got 2 businesses in one.
Yeah, I didn't really look at that until like we started the studios. And I think we started the studios right away, but it wasn't really anything at the time. It was just kind of like a help pay rent type thing.
So do you manage the studio as well?
Not really right now, no. I mean, me and Slick, Slick runs it up there, and then we just added Evan 200K. Just got just started in B room too. So
there's 2 rooms?
Yeah, there's 2 studios up there. So there's
really? I only been to the, like, you know, you go up the steps and it's just.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been up there.
Yeah, that one I put the other B room in when COVID came.
So like you like cut that in half?
No.
Or did I just not see it?
So if you would come up the stairs and you would go right, it actually used to be my bedroom and the kitchen, and then I just knocked everything out, took all the sink out, put up a wall, and then put a booth in.
So you lived in your store when you first.
Yeah, I lived upstairs for like not when I first did it. I still lived with my parents, but then I was just like, fuck driving all the way home every day. I was like,
hey,
I'm just gonna grind it out.
Was there already like a sink and all that stuff up there?
Yeah, there was a sink.
You were good then.
Yeah, and plus like I showered at the gym. And then,
so there was no bathroom, like it wasn't a fully finished.
There was a bathroom, but the shower was like disgusting.
Right. Okay,
and,
okay.
I didn't have enough money to like redo it, so I didn't even.
So showers at the gym, lives upstairs above the store. That's a lot to go through. How old are you at this time?
I think I was 21.
That's a lot to go through at 21 when chasing like the dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was good though. Like
it was probably like the most amazing time. Still are, but probably was like the most amazing time. Like, this is gonna work. You're living on your own. You got your own store.
Yeah.
It's working. You know what I mean? Like, even if it didn't feel like it was working, Like, people was walking past, like, yo, what's illegal? What's this? What's that? Because, you know, we don't have a lot of local brands here, especially ones with an actual store.
Yeah, yeah.
In the heart of the most thriving strip in the city.
Yeah.
Every single week.
Shout out Southside.
Yeah, shout out to Southside. Yeah, that's what's up. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was more of like I think, and AJ was living in sleeping in the music studio for a little bit. We were just kind of just like, let's grind it out, you know? And then on maybe like do laundry, go home, like go stop at my parents' house, do laundry real quick, and just get my laundry and go back for 2 weeks and stuff like that. So.
It's like being at college in your own.
Yeah, kind of is. Yeah. So.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Kanye's impact in the fashion world? Are you even a rap fan? I would assume you're a rap fan.
Yeah, I mean, I love Kanye. Kanye's dope. His documentary's sick too. I mean, I'm not really, like, again, like, I'm going to say I'm not the creative director of Illegal, technically. Like, that's Carson Kerr. His Instagram name's Currency. So you can look that up. Starts with a K, Currency with a K. But he designs everything, and he's kind of the, creative brains behind, like, the product and stuff.
Okay.
So, I don't really, like...
So, all right, so what's your role now?
My role now...
Because at first, you were...
I was designing
the creative director,
designing
everything. You were,
Yeah. But right now, I just kind of, I basically just put operations together. Like me and Carson will brainstorm a concept. Like for Think Twice campaign, we brainstormed the video together, and then I kind of made it logistically possible. Like I just, put the plan behind it, put the days behind it, got all the moving parts together, and we just make it happen. So. That's basically my role, I guess, and then do all the other hats and stuff like that. Like, and then we have Charlotte, who runs the flagship store.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so let's say in regards to Kanye, how do you feel about the rollout and like product placement?
I mean, I think he's a genius, like for sure. He's basically created a new shoe that's like very hard to do. You know what I mean? Like, and it is cool too because like. You kind of can, like I've seen a lot of people doing drops based on the colors of Kanye's shoes that he's dropping. So that's another cool thing you can do is like, drop your stuff because people are going to be wearing these type of shoes, and people usually find shoes to go with an outfit, you know what I mean? Or find an outfit to go with shoes. But yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely changed the game, but now I'm hoping, and I really think Carson's kind of got like a crazy mind on him too, which is really cool. So I'm excited to like finally be able to put his vision and my vision of the business and the growth of the impact together.
So what's it like at this point? Still doing outerwear, but now at this point you're messing with different models, and I've seen you at the concerts or at certain events, like on the side. Or handing somebody like an illegal shirt or something. Like you had, I think DDG.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was in the crowd. I'm looking up. I'm like, he has an illegal shirt on. And I look over. I'm like, there he is. Then
that's funny as hell.
The Guapo Lennon shoot.
Yeah.
Then who else? I wrote him down. Stunner 4 Vegas.
Yeah. He came to the shop.
He had the you guys threw like a meet and greet there. So what's it like now working with? Like the music industry in a different kind of way for the clothing, because you're already doing it with the recording studio, but now it's like it's coming full circle. Yeah.
I mean, I think it goes hand in hand. Like every musician, artist wants to look good. And, I mean, it plays the images a lot of it. You know what I mean? So I think it's cool to be able to like have those type of people that kind of influence the fashion. Be like, oh, these clothes are hard, like these are dope, let me rock that, and then they come to the store and they're like, this is legit. Kind of just like, oh yeah, it's sort of like a sense of like, all right, we're onto something, because like people follow what those people do. So like if those people are gonna wear it and like say that they like it, then chances are that the masses will like it.
Rapid fire you some questions. So
rapid fire.
Why didn't you just do a resale shop and just flip like Hypebeast clothing?
I didn't even know of that, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't even know if clothing was the motive to art. It was more of just like, I want to have my own thing. I want to start a business. So clothing was probably now I love it, but like, yeah, back then I was like, I don't know, just don't want to go to college. But yeah, the reselling route is sick.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Shout out to everybody doing that for sure.
All right, you guys have your own section in Cosmo.
Yes.
How does a clothing store get their own section in Cosmo? And it's not just your regular section. It's the section. If Wiz comes to the city, he's in that section. If Aaron Donald comes to the city, like last weekend, he's in that section. If how?
So actually that was a big part of our parties that we had at our store. One of the owners of Cosmo. Shout out to Cosmo. Seriously, they're family. I love everyone there, especially Frank and Danny. They're the homies for real. But Frank reached out, and me and Frank became friends and business partners, and then he was just like, yeah, we can work together. Like we could possibly have a legal section, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And then we did like our I think it was like our 6-year anniversary there, and then after that we got a section up there, and then I think it was the day Ludi threw his light work party at the illegal store, and we were like, and then I think another lawn was fighting or something. Right. And Wiz was in town. They were going to go to Cosmo after.
Shout out to Lon and Ludi Boy.
Yeah, so shout out to all of them. Yeah, definitely for bringing that to the store. That day was sweet. Were you you were there for that, right?
No, I was watching it from Instagram.
Oh, really?
I think. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, no, that was dope. That was a dope time.
I was just like, just to see it, I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that was sweet for sure.
And everybody was there. Like Wiz was there, Ludi was there, DJ Alex Rivera. Couple Motor, couple local models, Spills was probably there.
Will was there.
Will was there.
Yeah, it was dope time. Like Guapo, Reese, Fed, all of them.
Yeah. Because like you don't see that.
Stixo was there too.
Like you don't see everybody come together like that, and even after the fact, like to see it play out. Like, all right, everyone's at the store. Everyone goes to the section together.
Yeah. It was cool. Yeah.
Then they all hit the studio together.
Yeah.
And start working on stuff and dropping tapes and everything. Like, so, all right, so how's it feel being, like, I'll say, like, the catalyst for that?
It was cool hosting all of that. It was, I mean, Cosmo definitely hosted that, and me and Carson went to Office Depot to make a sign really quick to put in the section the morning of whenever they were coming. And, it was cool to have everybody at the store. So shout out Ludi again for bringing all of that to the store and having his thing there. It was really it was like a humbling experience for sure. It was really cool. Like, 'cause it was like, damn, got these people that middle school was listening to these guys, and now they're
diamond selling recording artists.
And I've said that before. I kind of was like, yeah, we're gonna have like the hometown heroes here, like Wiz.
How old were you when you said that?
I think I had the pop-up shop.
Okay, so
this
is probably like 1920.
What's that? Yeah, I was like, I think I was 20. I was 20, when I had the pop-up shop, and it was just like no like kind of sight of it happening, or it was just more of like I was listening to like Wiz since I was a kid, So I was like, I need to have him at the store because we got a couple other people like artists and stuff, and I was like, but we've never had like a big person, And then like even DDG is pretty, pretty big artist, I guess. But it was cool.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Like you guys are definitely y'all definitely put your flag in the ground. Literally coming from a pop-up shop and flagship store in the fashion, creative, and just all different communities like modeling, fashion, nightlife. Literally nightlife, like that's like the smartest like cross promotion thing ever. Yeah. Like have your own section, because people do that when you go to stadiums. Like I remember going to the first and only Penn's game I went to. We were in the Jim Beam suite. I don't drink Jim Beam. Okay. But you know how you have like the Pepsi suite, the Park suite. Why can't you do that with a clothing store? Yeah. At your local nightclub? That's the same thing. Yeah. Everyone's gonna go there and flock for whatever event it is. Yeah. So. And
plus, that's like they can. It's like an emotion. You know what I mean? Like you're coming together. You're seeing other, some familiar faces and sharing laughs and.
And subconsciously,
exactly.
This dude's planting a seed in your head to come shop at this store.
I want to bring everybody together. I think honestly that's the biggest biggest thing that's really like helped the store and the brand and the community around the brand is like obviously Pittsburgh. Like this has been very cool. Like having a brand here, it's super. Like I'm never leaving that store. I hope to never.
Man, y'all gotta get like
that store.
Y'all gotta get like American Eagle.
Yeah, right.
Which I also
That's
didn't
what I'm
know was
saying.
from
Yeah, like,
I didn't know they
I
were
wanna,
from here.
You know, I want to have headquarters here. You know, as long as the brand lasts, which I hope is forever, and not hope, but you know, gotta speak it.
Yeah, speak it. You did whatever.
It will last forever. You know, but yeah, no, I like having events and bringing everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
That's like crazy. You know, it's just like the biggest impact for sure. Even if it's not like immediate, there's always like 3 months down the road, they might be walking down the store again. They're like, wait, this place, I have some sort of feeling about this, and then they come in and, you know, talk it up, and then kind of brings them back, I guess, to a good time.
You would say patience is also a key to have in this industry, in this field?
Yes, it's been like 9 years since I started illegal, so yeah, patience is definitely a...
Now you have a store, a recording studio.
I definitely think.
You have the printing, print shop.
The print shop with Sean Vendizi and Fred, yeah.
Sean Vendizi, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Illegal Music Group.
Yep, with Slick.
With Slick. Multiple artists, producers, and everything's like in-house, and you're only 24.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really look at it but like that, but like I like it, you know, it's cool. It's fun to do, and I'm excited to bring everybody over. Like I'm excited to do it with people that I enjoy being around, and I'm like, yo, these people deserve it. We all deserve it. Let's go after it together, you know, type shit. So
what's 2022 look like for you?
2022, we got some big plans for like the wholesale market, like stores, trying to you know, focusing on getting in stores in the U.S. that we can sell our spring summer 22. We actually have our samples coming in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So checking those out. We're trying to get our first denim line, but the samples are like getting worked on right now. But it's kind of like we're like late on selling phase for our wholesale, so we might have to wait until fall winter 23 to do denim. But we're trying to do it by the end of this month to get samples. But if we can't get them, then we gotta push it back. But
patience is key.
yeah, so we'll do a denim eventually. But yeah, just getting into more stores, improving that store, having more events at that store for sure. Actually, Tone is having an event there.
Turn Me Up Tone.
Yep, Turn Me Up Tone is having an event there on the 16th. It's like an alternative show, so it's gonna be pretty sick.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we're just bringing out more clothes and trying to get Chimera, which is Chimera's the building that me, Sean, and Vendizi share, which hosts Grapevine. There's also 2 music studios up there called Gatekeepers and Chalfont Sound. So those are ran by.
Are they under like y'all's umbrella?
No,
separate
they're,
things?
so Chimera is like just a building, like a shell, and
Okay.
there's like a bunch of businesses inside that.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like
that are,
448. It's a recording studio with a bunch of storage units, but they're all studios.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. So there's Chimera's just like a shell, I guess, and there's, you know, artists, there's recording studios, and everybody kind of just does their own thing, and you know, supports each other and stuff like that. So it's cool. But yeah, shout out to everybody at Chimera. I think it started bleeding halfway through.
Damn.
Pick the
scab.
Nervous.
Were you nervous?
A little bit. Yeah.
Really?
I get a little bit like not like, I don't know, just like
Anxious or-
jittery. Yeah. But it's
Okay.
like more of like I just use it as like, let's harness this shit and fucking
Yeah.
kill it.
That's what's up, man. A lot of people, like who I start talking to, they get real, and sometimes you can see it. Like they might not say little to nothing in the beginning, and then towards the end, it's like we're friends. And I might not know them from a can of paint.
Yeah.
Or some people, they start sweating, their eyes get big, their face get red, or they start like, you know, going like back and
Moving
forth in
around.
their chair, and it's real interesting to watch. But yeah, you're doing good. You got a great story, like great backstory. Like a lot of people might assume, and this is the cold-blooded truth. Not everybody likes the truth. A lot of people might say like, yo, he probably just inherited all of that shit, or he didn't do anything. Like they don't know you had to shower at the gym and
Yeah.
sleep in your own store. You
Yeah.
didn't know.
I mean, that
there
wasn't.
were times,
I didn't
like,
have to.
You didn't have. You didn't have to.
That, but I wanted to.
You didn't have to,
Yeah.
but you did it.
I did it. I
for
wanted to.
you know, like stepping into, you know, adulthood, doing what
For
you
the
want to do,
betterment,
being on
yeah.
your own.
I was
you know
like,
what I mean?
you know, gotta put some more responsibility on my shoulders.
Yeah. Like a lot, you know, people don't know the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But-
No, I get it all the time, and it's like more. It's like, hey, if you, you know, you're those people that are saying that or whatever are just on the outside looking in, and it's like, you know, I want to do this for the lifetime with everybody who wants to, you know, put the work in. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like if you about it, let's get it.
See? Well, so before we get up out of here, where can the people follow you? Where can they buy clothes? Where can they get shirts printed and merch made? Where can they go record at? And how can they book studio time?
So definitely just like on Instagram with Illegal Global on Instagram. Chimera Effect is the building. That's where you can book like studio time, not music studio time. You can book like photography studio.
Oh, it's a foot? Okay.
Yeah, we got like a psych wall, like one of those big white infinity walls. So yeah, so you can book a photo shoot, and then you can head to or hit SlickUp or Illegal Music Group on Instagram, record, or hit Evan 200K up to record. There's a bunch of information I'm trying to think of. And then you can go to grapevinemfg.com to place an order for shirts, hoodies. We got like a build your quote page on there. You can like add in your blanks, your colors, all that different stuff. And then that's pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, before we get out of here, what's an untold truth about you?
What's I don't know.
It doesn't have to be bad.
I don't know. Well, like, what do you mean, like a
Like not
a trait, like a personality trait?
anything. It doesn't have to be something like, all right, so for me, I used to be able to do like the double, like people say the double jointed thing with my arm, like with your arms.
Yeah.
I used to be able to
Okay,
do that.
something
shit.
like that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, what am I gonna think of? I don't know.
It could be like I used to build trains. Or,
I used to build trains.
Yeah.
I used to build stuff all the time. I used to like have a bunch of like little businesses in my woods behind my parents' house whenever I was younger. I'd like built like a terrain park one winter and
A
like
train?
a terrain
A
park.
terrain park.
Yeah, me and my buddy would like there was a junkyard at the end of our neighborhood and we would run
Okay.
down there.
All right. Junkyard at the end of the neighborhood.
Yeah, we would run down there, get a bunch of PVC pipe and wood, and just build like snowboarding rails and skiing rails in our woods. And we like started it was like a fake business, but like we were like, yeah,
What
we're gonna
was
open
it?
up a terrain park. It was called the Hidden Terrain Park. We
Hidden
had, like,
Terrain
it was
Park.
pretty legit. And then in this,
Where you could like bike too.
no, it was just snowboarding.
Just snowboarding?
In the wintertime. It was like literally maybe like a half of an acre size.
How old were you at this time?
15 or whatever. I loved using power tools. It was my thing. We would always be building skate ramps and because I never really I did play sports, but it was more of just like skateboarding and snowboarding.
That's what I forgot to ask you. Goofy or regular?
Regular.
Favorite contest to watch?
I liked Street League, but I honestly
When it first came out or now?
Yeah, when it first came out, and then
Okay.
I always liked watching Paul Rodriguez too.
Okay.
That was my
favorite
artist.
video part by P-Rock.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
You
know
don't
enough to know that.
Okay.
One video part I do remember watching is Tori Pudwell.
It's the
It's
the most famous one.
Yeah, he goes
I know what you're
huge
talking
on like
about.
he does like a massive like downhill like sea box ledge type thing. He board slides the whole thing, and it's like in the Hollywood Hills or something. And then he does like a huge feeble that's on a ledge like that's as tall as him or something like that.
What do you think of like skaters now? They're like doing things kind of like what you're doing. Like they're like P-Rock Primitive.
It is crazy to see that,
Grit.
right? Like everyone's starting their own brands.
Yeah.
Like P-Rod's having a board company. Shane O'Neill has his own board company now.
And they're building their own parks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just becoming. There, people are like, this is getting a lot of attention. Let's make money from it, or like let's expand it. Let's grow skateboarding. Like let's make it cooler. Let's take ownership. sort of thing.
You ever
maybe.
sent any of your clothes to any of them?
No, not really. No.
Or any snowboarders?
No famous snowboarders, no famous skateboarders. No, I can't, because I never really like got too deep into that. Like, I mean, it started it started around snowboarding and skateboarding, but I would just kind of give it to local skateboarders, and like I sponsored some local skateboarders and local bikers and snowboarders. So
These nuts, hey Kev, hit him up. You watch this, hit him up. You gotta get you together. You gotta get Roach. You gotta get who's the dude on who's the dude? I don't know if Nick Tedder's on One Up or not, or if he even still skates. And there's Nick Panza? Did he still skate from One Up?
that sounds super familiar, because I used to watch those videos, like the Fuck Yins videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to watch those skateboarding videos, but I was never like coming down to street skate or anything like that. Plus, I was shitty. I wasn't a good skateboarder when I was young.
It's all good.
I just like to
Cam
ride.
Foosh, get Cam Foosh up there.
But yeah, shout out to One Up too, Brandon at One Up. Yeah, he's dope. Yeah, he throws events for the people too.
Yeah. As you could tell, he used to skateboard.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
There's
like
a lot of people like that. I don't wouldn't, or like they don't skateboard or it's not talked about, and you're just like, oh, you skate, and then it's like instantly you're like, yo, what?
Yeah, it's a whole nother like click.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It's
it's like an unknown world.
It's like that's the cool thing about it, for sure.
But yeah, man, appreciate you coming
Hell
through.
yeah. Thank you for having me.
Truth podcast.
Shout out to everybody watching.
Yep.
Much love.
Yeah. See y'all.
Peace.